Welcome back to Make Money Online. Today we'll take a candid look at the Ripple XRP SEC lawsuit from the perspective of a top lawyer. We'll also look at the latest news as well as XRP price predictions as they filter into the daily market. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission is surely one of the big dogs in the circle of regulators in the US and the world at large. The US being the largest financial market in the world for anything stock, equities, or even crypto. It's the home of most of the world's largest companies. These companies or initiatives may not even be based in the US, but they all notably become a part of the US market at some point in their business journey. It's the place where it all happens. The presence of regulatory bodies in any market is to ensure that there is fair play in any case and to secure the interest of the public. The regulatory agencies also step in to keep the activities of companies and their administrative bodies in check as they proliferate under the organization's banner to earn profit, while also earning profit for investors. These agencies are empowered under the law to question the conduct of any new organization as it affects investors as well as the general financial market. If they suspect any foul play, it's within their legal obligation to launch a lawsuit or a series of lawsuits as fits the case. The incursion of the cryptocurrency industry must have changed the goals as well as the role of major regulatory bodies in the world. It was like a giant meteor looming over everything the regulators believed and have continuously fought against. It's said that people tend to hate what they don't understand. The resistance of regulators against cryptocurrencies was not unexpected, as it presented a whole new dimension to the financial part of the world's economy. Scams and other fraudulent activities were rife in the market, and the agencies had to step up to deal with the dangers they posed. The SEC is an organization that is only so concerned when we're dealing with the unitary value of a company, as well as the exchange of such equities or security. Every company has to be duly registered with the SEC before they can engage in trading activities with the public of their company shares or stocks. All filings are to be submitted and dues paid before the initial public offering of such a company. Any attempt made by the company to sell any amount of its shares, no matter how small it is, to any investor, public and private, institutional or individual, will be deemed an infringement of the securities law and under the jurisdiction of the SEC, and they are liable to drag the company to court. This may result in a case that may take years in a regular court, not counting appeals as well as suspensions and adjournments. The opportunity to settle out of court is sometimes available, but otherwise a full-blown trial might just be inevitable. The decentralized nature of the crypto industry meant that it was out of the reach of any regulatory body, as long as there's no suspected scam activity going on below the surface. It also meant that agencies like the SEC cannot just barge into the crypto industry and chase clout. For the full length of the crypto age started by Bitcoin, there's been no exact law guiding the trading of crypto. The SEC has been unable to clearly draw the line between the rule guiding the initial coin offering of a crypto as a currency and that of regular stocks or shares. It had been a cause for concern for years on end, and nothing was done to clarify things. It was suspected that it could lead to a major problem later on, and it sure did. The SEC had in times past regulated the activities of some cryptos on the unclear basis of what makes a coin a currency or a security, and their actions have halted the progress of Telegram's blockchain as well as some other cryptos that never saw the light of day. Right from the start, the light of those cryptos has been put out, which was a major disappointment for potential investors who had bought into the vision of the coins. However, it was befuddling when the SEC declared that they would be filing a lawsuit against Ripple for trading illegal securities. This was troubling, as if this was ever a problem, people felt like it should have been sorted out since the inception of the coin. After all, the coin has been trading for more than 8 years, and yet the SEC did not think it fit to push any case. The SEC claimed that they were concerned for the interest of investors, as they felt the company made use of the funds obtained from their initial coin offering for running their operations, which would be characteristic of company stock as viewed in IPOs. The evidence of this proposed malpractice must be stale and cold by now after all the time that has passed since the ICO. The investors that the SEC swore to protect were now getting hurt after seeing their investments getting threatened as major exchanges shut off trading for the crypto, while some delisted it, totally preventing investors from buying or trading the coin. While other exchanges outside the US were unruffled by this, a vast majority of XRP holders were able to continue using the coin, buying and trading where they could. With time, more exchanges in the US also halted trading it to be on the safe side. A top lawyer stated that the case with XRP seems somewhat experimental, as the direction of the case would give the SEC insight into how to mitigate the crypto market, whether the crypto is new or already established. Contrary to this, the SEC had previously declared that Bitcoin and Ethereum were not securities. This doesn't say anything about other cryptocurrencies, at least not yet. This could be an omen that all cryptos outside the big two are under potential threat from the SEC. Hence, when Ripple Labs announced their intention to fight back, it was met with a degree of hope, as well as equal skepticism in some circles of the crypto industry. As the defendant, Ripple naturally disagrees with this accusation and is ready to substantiate their arguments. To reinforce their position, the founders of Ripple enlisted the support of the former chairman of the Securities Commission, Mary Jo White. In an interview with Fortune magazine, she pointed out several problems in the Ripple case, in particular during the investigation into the circumstances. In an interview, she said that as a former U.S. attorney and chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, she knows that if it took so long to sort out the case, it's better not to start with it at all. She also questioned the decision of the then chairman, as it was an awful move to make shortly before leaving office. She also emphasized that the commission is completely wrong in accusing Ripple. However, despite the event of the pre-trial, XRP price registered a sharp rise early on the 22nd of February, registering a 15% gain over the past 24 hours and was trading at the 60 cents mark. XRP rose to a daily high of 63 cents before registering a minor correction. The altcoin's rise is also in contrast to the market, where the majority of the cryptocurrencies registered minor corrections after an almost 4-day-long bullish rally. XRP's price rise is being attributed to the recent amendment made by the SEC in its lawsuit against Ripple, right before its first virtual court hearing. The SEC removed the market manipulation claims that it levied against the crypto company, accusing them of purposefully hyping their token via media and social media influence, and doubled down on their claims of Ripple violating securities law for profit. It seems as if the SEC has no idea what they're looking to drive in this lawsuit. The general counsel for Ripple, in this case Stuart Alderoty, has criticized the SEC for its recent amendment and claimed that the regulatory body has no concrete evidence, just claims which have come down from several accusations of market manipulation to just one. If you look at this chart, you'll see that Ripple is gearing up for a 100% rally, which will likely happen soon. This is based on the current market structure, where we're seeing the market starting to form a bullish corrective structure. So if you haven't yet bought XRP, this might be the last chance to do so before we start a very long bullish market. As we mentioned earlier, the price of XRP did spike nearly 20% before correcting by 5% in the wake of the lawsuit amendment news. XRP lost most of its gains after the SEC filed the lawsuit against Ripple and two of its executives towards the end of December 2020. XRP has managed to recover from this post-lawsuit crash. However, unlike other altcoins which have managed to register new all-time highs this bull season, XRP has failed to hold on to its gains from a couple of sharp price rises in the past month. If Ripple manages to get an upper hand in the legal battle against the SEC, the price of the token would surely see some positive inflow and rise. One among the known XRP bulls shared his XRP price analysis with the community and is said to have a close look on weekly price action. They predict that if XRP price can close above 68 cents on the weekly chart, then we can see a $1 price level for XRP. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click on that notification bell. The number of charges built up against Ripple has magically been reduced to 1. What do you think of the late amendment of the SEC? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're here, go ahead and click on one of the videos on your screen. See you next time.
Hollywood Carson. That's how it goes. Hollywood Carson.